I found some of the most incredible tools that you're ever going to find, and they were made by small makers just like you. In their garages, in their basements, they're making some incredible stuff that you don't want to miss. This one solves a massive problem in a very tiny package. Let's go. If you'd like to check out any of these tools you see today, I'll link them in the description and the pinned comment so you can find them easier. Now let's check some of these out. You know all the big tool brand names like DeWalt, Ryobi, Milwaukee, Festool, Laguna, Harvey, like you know all of these brands, and they have a lot of money to put behind their marketing as well as their research and development, but these don't. They're made by makers just like me and you, and they deserve a platform to be able to be seen because some of these are going to absolutely change how you woodwork forever. They're awesome. Let's go. Dust collection can be a massive problem, especially on a miter saw, and not just the Festool. Even though it's supposed to be the best, it's not. But there's a huge upgrade here that fits a lot of different miter saws, not just the Festool. I'm going to install it on 2 of my miter saws and show you exactly how it works. This is from Inspire Woodcrafts. I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of his videos on YouTube because he makes really good content. I also saw that he made this dust collection system. He has no idea that I bought it or that I'm showing it in the video, but I bought it because I wanted to test it out. It looks genius. Check it. First up, again, it can fit most any miter saw. I put it on my DeWalt miter saw as well as on this Festool miter saw, and they work basically the same way no matter what miter saw you have. The design he's come up with is genius. While the installation was very easy, it also comes with very detailed, well-written instructions for your model saw. Again, I bought one for the DeWalt and one for the Festool. They had separate instructions that were specific to that saw, so I'm glad to see that too. First, take your old throat plate out of your miter saw. I wouldn't throw it away, but I would keep it somewhere safe. Now, you're going to install a new throat plate. This throat plate has basically a groove or a channel built into it that's going to channel that dust from the blade or down inside the throat plate back into this tube. This tube that you're going to install runs from the included outlet port and goes up into a new outlet port on the top where your hose connects. There's 2 different connections, one for the clear hose, one for your dust hose that you're currently using. Now I'm using a Festool dust extractor, but whatever you're using there, it should work with this. It's very easy to install. You're just going to bolt it in place, and then you're going to cut that 0 clearance throat plate. Now this is for 90-degree cuts. It's not meant for bevel cuts, but for most of us woodworking in a shop, this is going to be perfect. Now on the DeWalt, there's this 0 clearance tape that you're going to put down. I've used this stuff for years on that DeWalt miter saw. Since 2017, I've been using this tape. I think it's fantastic, 0 clearance tape. So I'm glad he actually included this. It's made by Fast Cap, and it's really good. And what he's done is he's actually inset where the tape goes just enough so that it's going to be perfectly flat with the throat plate when you put that tape on there. So you don't have to worry about it throwing your cuts off. I made some cuts without this installed and some with it installed. I can see some difference here on dust collection. It is absolutely pulling that dust from inside that throat plate up into this. So basically you got 2 different types of dust collection going on. You got your original dust boot that's on your miter saw, and then you also have this throat plate dust collection, which is absolutely genius, and it's pulling all that dust up in there, and I can see an improvement on the Festool. I have been critical of the dust collection on the Festool miter saw for a very long time because everybody said it was the greatest. It was just okay. This does improve it. I like this. One thing to note is this new dust collection adaptation does not interfere with how you miter or how you basically slide that miter saw, so you don't have to worry about it getting in the way or anything like that. It's very well designed. And I'm very proud to see that a fellow woodworker is coming up with something this genius. Again, I'll drop a link in the description and the pinned comment to Inspire's website so you can go check it out and see if he has one to fit your miter saw. He probably does. I think one thing that's important to keep in mind with miter saw dust collection specifically, it's probably never going to be 100% dust collection. But the more you can get collected, the better off you're going to be, the less you got to clean up, and the less it's going to be in the air that you're breathing. This is a very good upgrade. For me and many others, one of the most intimidating things to learn how to do as a beginning woodworker is how to sharpen a chisel. This solves it. Even a beginner or someone who's never touched a chisel can sharpen one razor sharp. It's extremely easy. Check it out. This is called the G-Sharp Sharp Edge, and it's made by Gervais, who lives in the UK. They package these up in their home before sending them out. It's absolutely amazing. And he created something that's absolutely genius. I have shown this on the channel before, several months back, but they sold out almost immediately, and they just came back in stock. And they're kind of limited, so if you want one, you don't want that outlaw effect to take effect again, you might want to jump on this. Now, how to use this? First and foremost, it comes with diamond stones and this jig. I secured mine to a piece of plywood to make it easier so I could clamp it down. From there, all you have to have is a chisel. You're going to take your chisel out of the box. You want to flatten the back of that. If you don't know how to do that, I'll drop a link in the description below on how to do it. It's very easy to do. You just take some stick-on sandpaper, like this low grit sandpaper, stick it onto something hard like this cast iron top, and you're just going to push it back and forth until the back of that thing gets flat. From there, you're going to take this G-Sharp. It comes with everything you need, including a blade spacer for thinner blades, and then of course the diamond stones. And these diamond stones will last you decades. They're going to last you a very long time. From there, you're just going to put your chisel on this jig. You're going to push it up against the diamond stone that is magnetically held in place inside this jig and set the angle to whatever your chisels are going to be angled at. Usually it's going to be about 30 degrees for most chisels. From there, you're just going to slide it back and forth about 20 times per grit. You'll change the diamond stone, very easy to pop in and out, pop in the higher grit, keep stepping up until you get to the highest grit. Now there is a backing off tool that you can hit the back of the chisel with so that it knocks off that burr. Once you're done, like it's going to take you less than a couple of minutes and you're going to have razor sharp chisels. And not only that, you're going to be able to keep them sharp because this thing is so easy to use. You'll have sharp chisels from now on. If you're a beginner, get one. They're awesome and it's geniusly made by a small business. Some of you may recognize this. This is from Chris at A Glimpse Inside. If you've never seen his channel, you should go check it out. He makes these, and among a bunch of other stuff you should absolutely check out on his website. But this contraption is actually really smart, and a bigger brand kind of stole his idea. He's got a whole video on that. This turns your sander, your regular palm sander, into basically a disc sander or a flat sander so you can use it for various purposes. You can either buy it flat packed, in other words, you assemble it all, or you can buy it already assembled. That's what I did several years ago, actually, or a couple of years ago. You clamp this to your bench, you put your sander inside of it. It'll hold several different models of sanders, so it doesn't have to just be the Festool like you see here. But then you've got a nice dock, basically, for your sander, and you can use it like a disc sander. It's genius. Good job, Chris. I don't want you to forget about this little jewel, so we're going to stick it right there so you'll see it throughout the video, most of the video. You may not have heard about this brand. This is called Temple Tools. Who are they? Well, if you know Third Coast Craftsman here on YouTube, makes some amazing videos, one of the most talented woodworkers you'll ever see. You got to check him out. He's making these saws now. He sent these over for me to check out, but asked absolutely nothing of me. He didn't ask me to put this in the video. But just so you know, he did send them over. There's several different styles here. You've got Japanese Ryoba saws, among other things here. One of my favorites, if you don't have a flush trim saw, you gotta get this one. And you're gonna be supporting a fellow maker like yourself trying to grow a tool company. So this is really cool. I tried this one out, glued a couple of 3/8" dowels in some walnut, and then trimmed them off. I think it takes like 3 swipes. They are extremely sharp. This little flush trim saw, of course, has the bendable blade or flexible blade, so you'll be able to really flush trim. Really, really nice. And of course, you can get these with nice crosscut saws. He has dovetail saws. He has all kinds, so you should really go check them out if you're interested in some very good, high quality, designed in the USA and made in Japan. We all know that Japanese made saws are the top dogs, and that's what these are as well. You got to check these out. This little gem here is called an exact 90. What is it for? If you have to get an exact 90-degree angle on when you're sanding something so you don't round it over. So if you're actually trying to make a square tabletop, this is a very good little attachment, and he has them for various different sanders. And this, again, is a small maker from McFarlane Customs. I bought this a few years ago. I think it was one of the same videos maybe that I did with Chris's from A Glimpse Inside. Maybe, but anyway, this thing will attach to your sander, and then you can actually sand at a 90-degree angle and not worry about rounding anything over or having any errors in there when you're sanding. They're very well made, and they're just awesome. You should check them out. Next up, if you need a mini router table, this thing is actually very, very good. This is made from BLD Builds. Again, link in the description and the pinned comment. This is a great little mini router table. It comes with legs now. When I bought mine, actually, I just bought the top of it so I could just clamp it to the edge of the table, just so that I could use my palm router to do small roundovers and edge profiles and things like that. Now it's coming with legs from what I can see, and it's a very good value for what you're getting. There's various different models here. Basically will fit most any trim router that's out there. If you need a little mini router table, this might be the way to go, and it's made from a small maker. What I like about this one is the top is that UHMW plastic, I think is what it is. It's very good top. And then of course it's really thick, so you don't get any flexion, and it's just a really solid made tool. Really good job here. You may have noticed I was using Boss Dog wood glue when I glued in those dowels. If you didn't, that's what I'm using, Boss Dog wood glue. Nick's Custom Woodworking is the creator of this. If you haven't followed him on any of his social media channels, you should go check him out. He does some really good work, but he decided he wanted to make his own wood glue. And that's what he did. From his garage, he started bottling it up. He's putting the labels on every one of these bottles by hand. Like, it's absolutely an inspiring story. If you go watch some of his older content on how he started this company up, it's really good. I was a believer in it early on, so I partnered with him, and he's on my website at faithvalleytools.com. We sell this wood glue. We're talking about clear, dry, tinted. He also has CA glues on there. Tons of stuff. All you got to do is go to faithvalleytools.com and check out this wood glue and support a fellow maker. And while you're there, you might as well, you may have seen me using Outlaw's board butter. This is really good stuff for conditioning cutting boards and charcuterie boards and anything wood utensils. You can use it on shop furniture. I actually used it on my miter station. It still looks really good. It's food safe, all natural. We actually make this right here at 731, so you know it's coming from us, a small maker. So we would be very, very honored if you would support us or Boss Dog or both. faithvalleytools.com. Go check it out. All right, I promise you, this solves a massive problem for a lot of people. This little gem right here is from Canyon Fire Tools. Now, he sent this over for me to check out way back in February, and I haven't put this video together. This was an idea for a video I had for a long time, but I wanted to make sure I got as many people in here as I could. So what this does is a micro adjuster for your table saw fence. How many times have you tried to line up that exact right cut and you're bumping the fence, you're bumping you went too far. Now you got to go the other way. Now you went too far. Like, it's a very, very frustrating. It's almost an infomercial, like you're just like trying to get it right and it just won't. This is going to solve that issue. If you've ever seen Harvey's Big Eye fence, it's an absolutely amazing, genius fence. Has the little dial that you can just dial in the exact number. This is kind of like that for your other fences, like what's on my saw stop. It's basically the T-Glide style fences. If you have a T-Glide style fence, this will work. But also included in the package is another magnet that you can 3M adhesion stick to an aluminum fence if you have a metal top on your saw. So even if you have aluminum or you made your own wood fence, you can probably make this work. Correction, not magnets that you stick down. They're 3M adhesive backed pieces of metal, so you'll be able to stick that onto your aluminum fence, and then the magnet will stick to this. Now, how this works is it actually uses a 95-pound mag jig magnet. It slips right down in that perfectly cut hole. You're going to tighten that little bolt up, keep it in there secure. There's another magnet with a covering, a protective covering over it, so it's not going to scar your fence up or anything. It's going to stick to your fence, and then you can move your fence anywhere you need to when the mag jig magnet is off. Once you get it close, you're going to lock that mag jig magnet. It's going to lock it down to your table saw fence. Then this little wheel is going to allow you to micro adjust it. You can dial in. I'm talking about the level of precision you've never had at your table saw with one of these. You're going to be able to micro adjust your table saw to get that exact right fit. So if you're cutting dados or you need that cut to be exactly perfect, this is the only way to go, as far as I'm concerned. This thing is absolutely genius. I think Canyon Fire did a fantastic job on this. And remember, he's a small maker trying to make this himself. He doesn't have a large marketing budget. None of these people have large marketing budgets or massive development pipelines or getting them pumped out in some factory somewhere where they can really reduce the cost down. So this is one of those things like you're just supporting small makers who are making absolutely genius things on all these brands. I recommend it. And speaking of small makers, KREG, while not a small tool company, they are a small brand entering into a big power tool company space. They just announced, these will be released very soon, some brand new power tools coming from KREG, and I am excited about it. They are coming in like a lion. They're coming out with a brand new cordless track saw, a brand new pocket hole machine that you've never seen before, as well as some other specific woodworking tools that I am very excited about. And if you are too, or you're just kind of interested in these, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you get notified when I release these videos, because I am very excited about it. I think you will be too. I love to see when companies push themselves outside their comfort zone, just like all these small makers I showed on this video today. They've all pushed themselves outside their comfort zones to pursue their dreams. They put their faith over their fear to be able to put these tools out there, and I'm excited about it because I really believe that we are given dreams on purpose for a purpose by God. I believe that you were given a dream that you're meant to pursue in some point in your life. Mine didn't come along till later. Well, I had a few dreams actually. I dreamed to be a state trooper, done that. Dreamed to be a firefighter, done that. And I dreamed of pursuing this YouTube thing. I started this channel in 2017. It took me 3 months to get my first subscriber. I could have given up any time in that first 12 weeks because I got 0 subscribers. My wife didn't even subscribe to begin with. So it could have been discouraging, but I kept chasing the dream. Thank you so much for your support over the years. No matter if you've watched one video or any of the thousands that are on the channel, thank you. If you have a dream, pursue it with everything you've got. You have been given gifts and talents that nobody else has. You are uniquely you. Nobody else can be you. Nobody else will ever be you. You've been given that gift. And speaking of gifts, I was given the absolute greatest free gift I have ever received. I couldn't buy it if I wanted to. I couldn't earn it in any way that I wanted to. It was absolutely 100% free. No strings attached. 100% free. And it's absolutely amazing. It really changed my life forever. And you can get it too. All you got to do is go to thestoryfilm.com and watch that little short video. It could change your life forever. I'll put the link in the description and that pinned comment as well. But it's the greatest thing that ever happened to you in your whole life. It's absolutely free. Go check that out. If you like this video, you got to check out that one right there. It's one of my favorites, probably. Check it. There's a spider right there. Do you see it? Seriously. Can you see it if I do this? Can you see that spider? If you like this video, that spider wants you to go watch that video right there. Click at that box, get you the big old virtual fist bump. Who's scared of spiders? I'm not. Hey, buddy.